Sunday, the Emilio Nares Foundation is hosting its 21st annual Harvest for Hope. The event's a foodie festival to benefit the foundation, which helps families navigate the challenges of childhood cancer and other serious illnesses. Here to talk more about the event and how the foundation started her on her personal journey is Diane Nares, Emilio's mother and co-founder of the Emilio Nares Foundation. First off, for our viewers who don't know what ENF is, what are you? What's your mission?
The Emilio Nares Foundation is an organization that my husband Richard and I started back in 2003, and it's to offer support to families who are on a cancer journey with their child. And we learned so much on our own journey with our son Emilio, but we have this big support system, and so many people do not.
It's crucial to have a support system. I've been involved for about 15 years. I know the surface of your story, but I read your book and realized I didn't understand the depth of your story. And, you know, I wanted to ask you, like, what compelled you to write this? His Place at the Table, a personal, public, and spiritual love story.
Yes, Carla, thank you for featuring my book here. I always wanted to write a story about my son Emilio. And my history is I'm a later in life mom and married later in life, met Richard, and we were destined to be together. And we had this beautiful child, our little boy Emilio. And when he was 3 years old, he was diagnosed with leukemia. And we lost him. He passed away just before his 6th birthday. So I wanted to capture what it was like to be a mother and what it was like to have this very, very precious child, and then actually have him leave us, and how could that happen? So it's a whole journey, and I've been a journal writer all my life, and I just, at one point, after I retired from the wine industry that I worked in for many, many years, I sat down and I started writing, and it took me several years, and it was very cathartic, and my intention is that it will help other parents, anyone who's lost a child, anyone who has suffered to that degree.
You know, and it had to be cathartic writing this, but it's a continuation of this process. I just have to, from page 218, it was clear that my cure for sadness would come as I cared for other moms and dads. That's you and your journey. And you talk about grieving, it's not something that ever stops. Right. How important is it for parents and support systems of people who have children going through tough journeys, health journeys, cancer and others, to pick up a book like this, to understand what their loved ones are going through, caring for that child?
Right. I really, really hope that other people will understand that there are nuggets of healing tools within my book purposely, because it's a process, and you're right, grief never goes away. It's always there, but there's a point where we make a decision to find our way back to living and back to joy, and it is possible that we can get there, and nobody can tell us how long that'll take or any kind of time frame for anyone being the same as another person. It doesn't work like that, but the fact is I really do hope that people that it will help them find that way.
I would think it would. I read it, and I would think it would. And let's talk about the journey. You talked about how you heal. One of the things that you did is a couple of years after Emilio passed away, you started the Emilio Nares Foundation, helping get young children to and from the hospital, their doctor's appointments. Just a very simple thing at first, but it's grown to much more. But this weekend, we have a big event coming up to support it, the 21st Harvest for Hope. What is that, and can people still get tickets?
Yes, they can still get tickets on enfhope.org, and it's a beautiful annual event that we've been doing 21 years. And because I was in the wine and food industry for a good 30 years, I had lots of great restaurateur and chef friends and winery friends.
I have to interrupt you to tell people, she's not lying. I've gone to a lot of events, and fortunately, I do this event every year. I've been doing it 15 years. You can tell that the people that are there are people that know you and have a connection, and they're going next level with it. So if you're looking for a great foodie experience, I highly recommend it.
It's really exciting. We have quite a few chefs with us again this year doing beautiful cuisine. Wolf in the Woods is an exciting new restaurant in San Diego. They've been with us since the beginning. And we also have Drew Deckman of 3131 in North Park, which is going to be fun. Up. Yes, he's shucking oysters this year.
Oh, which is a treat. He did that for us here on the floor, and I'm just telling people they're going to be great. Again, Emilio Nares Foundation, 21st Annual Harvest for Hope. This is a homegrown grassroots organization. It helps San Diegans in need. As I said, I've been supporting them for about 15 years now. I hope you will too, either by coming to Harvest for Hope or maybe looking them up, enfhope.org.
Correct.
Diane,
That's it.
beautiful book.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much.